Thanks, Andy. 8:27. We're checking in with Mike Yawney, hanging out at the SAIT Culinary campus this morning, kind of creating, well, what sounds like a delicious stuffing for Thanksgiving this weekend.
Certainly are. And you know what, Ted? Earlier you saw me tasting the canned chestnuts, and the look on my face was not exactly pleasant because they were kind of gross. But I tell you, add a little bit of brown sugar and add some bourbon, kick those up a notch, and much tastier. I would never actually think about using canned chestnuts, but apparently a lot of people use them for desserts, apparently, and I guess stuffing. So we have the candied canned chestnuts here, and we've got the bread as well, and we're going to bring these over to Chef Michael Mondato. Now, you are busy prepping the other ingredients that we cut up earlier. So you had the onion sauteing in there.
Okay. Yes, I've got them sauteing. They're not actually sweating. Sauteing is a little faster, hotter heat. Okay. I'm a little slower in the heat. I just want to gently cook them, get them soft, translucent, add a little bit of garlic to it.
So you don't really want that dark brown.
It'll eventually come, yeah, but slower.
Okay.
And then we let that go. We're going to add our mushrooms.
I always find mushrooms water everything down because once that moisture comes out, what do you do to prevent that? Or does it just
we're using more of a bowl-shaped pan, but a flatter pan will actually allow the moisture that comes out of the mushrooms to reduce quicker. Okay. And then we just let that go, and we're going to add our celery in next.
Do you want the celery to still have some crunch at the end, or do you want to cook it down until it's soggy?
Well, no.
It sounds appetizing, right?
Well,
soggy celery.
It can be crunchy. After you bake it, it's going to be soft anyway.
Oh, okay.
So we'll let that go.
It smells good.
And what I'll do is I'll even add my spices. I work for a few hotel chains, and they toast their spices ahead of time. It just brings out a lot more. If you can get whole seeds, toast them, grind them yourself, best bet to do.
Wow. If you bought it though already in a bottle, your seasoning, would you toast that or no? It's not going to make a difference.
Not the stuff that's ground.
Yeah, it's already.
And if you use it fast enough, that's great. But there's a freshness involved with buying that.
How long should your spices last in a jar?
Yeah, I wouldn't hold on to them longer than a year. You're gonna lose a lot.
I should probably go through my pantry. There's some that are probably old.
Yeah,
pretty old.
A little old. Huh? But you know, if you buy the seeds and you have a coffee grinder, and you don't tell your wife that you're using it for spices.
There you go. Now, I want to talk about the bread, too, because you're getting all the ingredients, and we're going to mix in the bread. Now, this bread, it has a texture kind of a crouton, but a little bit softer than a crouton.
Right. And with the recipe that I have, I'm not adding as much liquid to it. You're adding that extra liquid in there just to soften up a hard crouton. So, softly toasting it, fresh bread.
So fresh bread, toast it, but don't make a crouton of it. Make sure it's still a little bit soft
inside, and you have to over mix it. When you have a dry crouton, you're constantly mixing, constantly adding liquid to it. So,
well, that's looking good. We're going to continue prepping the roasted chestnut and mushroom stuffing. And now, if you have any questions for Chef Michael Mondato here at SAIT Culinary Campus this morning, make sure you go on Periscope. You can follow us at BT Calgary. And any Thanksgiving question you may have for Chef, he's the guy to answer them. We've had a ton of questions already, from turkey to stuffing to rutabaga. So throw out your questions there, jump online, and ask Chef questions. There you go. Back to you in the studio.
Good way to tap into someone who knows.
You like turkey or ham?
Oh, turkey all the way.
Really?
You?
You don't occasionally throw a ham in there?
I don't like to throw the ham, nope.
There you go.
I'm a traditionalist.
Okay.
Turkey.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
I thought you'd do things differently.